Everybody, it's Tech Comics here to do another haul video for y'all. Now these books are coming from a new store that I just frequently went to. I've been there now twice. The first time I went to a store, I found out it from a mutual friend because I called them up and asked them, hey, I'm looking for these Funko Pops, and they checked to see their inventory and they didn't have them, and they suggested this place. The place I'm talking about is called Dare to Dream Collectibles, and the owner is Rob Horan. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Either way, I've gotten to talk to him now twice, and me and him could probably just sit back and chat for hours and hours. He's such a cool dude. Him and his wife own the store. I think it's a great little store. When you first walk in, you're seeing all the collectibles and the pops and things like that. Some of them are even from conventions, which are great. I did pick up a pop from him, which when I show my haul for collectible toys and figurines, I'll show you in that video. But this is going to be about comic books. Anyways, this is the guy's store. We're now open. Right. It's a cool store. I told him I'd give him a shout out and talk about his store a little bit. Like so, when you first walk in, it's really cool. You got the collectibles and stuff, and he's got a good counter, like a good size counter inside of his store. I think his store is well organized. Honestly, I think it's organized as best as he can do in the space that he has. It's not cluttered or anything. I like the fact that I can freely roam around his store without banging into anything. And like I said, he's a great guy. He'll talk to you, answer any questions. His wife, like I said, has part of the store where she sells like crystals and things like that, which are just, that's cool. I don't collect crystals, but I know a lot of people that do and that are passionate about them. And I want to say she has a good collection there for people that are passionate about collecting crystals and know the backgrounds on crystals. But I looked over when I was in his store the first time, and I noticed he had some comic books on a rack. So I asked him about it. I said, "Oh, so those comic books for sale?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, he's just going through them and he's just pricing them. And I tell you right now, he prices really well. I'm not just saying that. I mean, his prices to me are fair for what you're getting, and he's not gouging at all on anything, to be honest with you. In fact, I think he had some books that he actually had priced well under what I have seen him go for. So, I think he's really there to help collectors because, he likes to collect himself. And, he's just really there to, make an honest living, have fun doing it, enjoying what he's doing, I mean, the guy's definitely got a lot of passion with the stuff that he gets and he collects. And he's just such a great guy. So go check out his store if you live in Oregon. Once again, here's the address. And if you don't, hey, if he has a website, you might be able to look at his website and see what he has. I found this cover there. I wasn't sure if I already had it. Scotty Young, Predator #1. But I wanted it. That was the first book that I bought from the store. Like I said, I went back there today, and I basically took the money that I had for my recycling cans, and I waited until it accumulated up to an amount that I was wanting to pull out then. So then I went back to the store today. Then picked up a bunch of I picked up a bunch of back issues. Sorry, I'm just throat is dry and I'm trying to do not as much talking and show more books. So I picked up a bunch of back issues, and I was able to find Ghost Rider number 78, I believe. Yeah, number 78. To go with volume 2, I want to say, Ghost Rider. So yeah, pretty happy to find that. I also found New Mutants number 77. Needed that for my run for New Mutants. I found Black Knight number 4. I want to say this runs probably like a six series run, or they come out 6 books. Because I know now I only need 1 book and that whole run is complete. And what you see on the stickers, that's what I paid for the books, and I was happy to pay that, to be honest with you. Here is Spawn number 312, and gosh, this is a variant because this is the local comic shop day Spawn comics retailers. I don't think I had that issue. I think I had the regular issue where the lettering's in green and not yellow. There's a couple different variants, and if you look at your CLZ out, it explains, but that's a variant. He had this one. He found this one for me. I was happy. I said, hey man, I'm looking for any Scotty Young covers. So he found this one, Lasher. So this would be up. Number 1. This is part 4 or 5. So it's Extreme Carnage. I believe that goes for the Extreme Carnage realm. But I was stoked that he found that for me. I said, yes, I'll definitely take that. And then I couldn't believe he sold me one of these. He had this cover here for this issue, and then he had the variant to it and the Virgin variant to it, and then he even had a blank cover for this issue. And I totally missed the boat on getting this. I wanted to check out this book. He actually sold me this one. He sold it to me for cover price. Couldn't believe it. I was stoked. Twig number 1, issue 1, Scotty Young. When he pulled that out, I was like, oh man. I said, dude, I'll take whatever one you're willing to sell me. I said, I will take whatever one you're willing to sell me right now. And he said, you sure? I said, yeah. So, he said he wanted to keep the other ones, but he'll sell me this one. I said, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Just straight up thank you. So I finally got a copy. I definitely want to read this book. I might try to read it tonight or tomorrow. Figuring tomorrow I don't have to work. My job is closed for the day, so it's pretty cool. I'm just stoked. If anything, that was the prize of the day for me, was getting that book. I mean, I did get some pretty sweet back issues though. I did some runs, and I found the last issues of some of those runs, which was great. But that right there, that right there is my favorite. Here's issue 127 for Marvel Age. This came out in August of 1993. Making the Mutant Holograms. What I like about these Marvel Age books is, there's some stories in there. There's a lot of, editor's notes and things like that. Books that they're working on, which is great. And, a lot of times, sometimes these books, I feel, sometimes have first appearances of certain characters that are out there. Other times, it's just it could be a first appearance of them on a cover, or maybe the third appearance of a character on a cover. Now, I'm not saying that is what the case is for this book. I'm just saying that's why I like to collect these Marvel Age books, because there's a lot of stories and letters and things like that in there, but you also get some pretty sweet covers by some either up-and-coming artists or well-known established artists. So, yeah, and it's usually these books don't jump for high prices, but there are some key issues in this run. This one though isn't one of them, but I still needed it for my run, so I was happy to get it. Here is Marvel Saga 24. Now this is the second to the last issue for this run, and it is the origin of Galactus. Now I found this book a long time ago, passed up on it, didn't think about it, and then I was kicking myself, went back the next day, and it was gone. It was gone. So, lo and behold, I find it at another comic book store. Brand new comic book store. I want to say he's more like, he is what his name of his store is, which I'll show at the end of this video again. But yeah, I was stoked to see that. $2. Very happy. Very happy. And this, this could be a key issue in, the fact that it's an origin story of Galactus. But for me, it's just completing the run, because number 25 has Silver Surfer on the front cover, and I believe I got, this is Bob Layton, by the way, did the cover for that. Which I want to say Bob Layton did a bunch of the Hercules too as well. Miniseries ongoing, so like that. It's got those books. But yeah, the last issue actually has Silver Surfer flying on the front cover. And I want to say I got that one signed by Arthur Adams, because Arthur Adams was the one that did the cover for that one. So, but here's Marvel Saga, the Marvel Saga, number 20. Great cover, man. Yeah. I want to say that's definitely, this cover has probably been done before, because I know I've seen this cover before. Or maybe it's just because I'm being tricked because Dr. Doom's right there. Or maybe this is actually a Fantastic Four cover. I'll have to go back and look. That's bad. But it's a classic Dr. Doom cover with the Fantastic Four and my boy right there, Daredevil right there in the middle. All right, Okay, so let me pull these down. So all of these books I got from this guy today. Very good price. Very happy to pay the price for these books. And like I said, just cool guy to sit back and talk to. But they're all back issues. They're all ones that I needed for my runs I'm trying to complete. Now this one here is a one-shot, and it's Witchblade and Wolverine. It's done by Ebass, or Seabass, if you want to call them that. Now this one is just a bunch of, yeah, it's just one issue. So I want to say there's probably like 5 different covers for this run. Some of them are probably going to be way out of my reach, but that one wasn't, and hard to find. But yeah, I couldn't leave that one today. Middle West, another Scotty Young. This is actually, you know, Scotty Young written, and I wouldn't say illustrated. And so, no, it could be illustrated. I know some of them were. I think he had some other people do the art for him on the front covers as well. But I know that this is his baby. I love this story. I have not read this issue because I haven't had it in my run till now. But I've read everything up to issue 5. And I love the story. It's just amazing. Artwork is, to me, spectacular. I love it. It's my wheelhouse. Let me put it that way. It's my wheelhouse. This is how I wish I would have been drawing when I first started drawing. I love this story. So, very glad to find that one too. Then I found Warlock and Infinity Watch featuring Gamora, number 14. Really happy to get that one. So I'm knocking this run down to almost nothing. Here is number 19, same title. Really stoked to get that. This one I was happy to find too. I had to look at my CLZ to make sure I had the right book. As Vision and the Scarlet Witch, number 4. Now I want to say this is a 4-part miniseries. And there's, like, you know, director and newsstands for some of these covers. So I want to say there's more than just 4 books because of that. And I think I don't think there's definitely not a variant to it, but it's just, I think there's just some of the covers they have, you know, 2 covers to them. So, but that's sweet. You know, you got Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Magneto, Vision, and I can't remember who that is right there. It's kind of dawned on me. Then I found some West Coast Avenger books. I've been trying to complete this run for a long time, probably about as long as I've been trying to complete, Transformers and Transformers, definitely Transformers, X Factor, and Web of Spider-Man. I've also been trying to complete this run, number 79. Really happy to get that book. Also really happy to get number 78. This is a nice size book. This is a special giant size blockbuster. It's a great cover. I like it. I dig it. Gosh, I'm trying to remember who did this. Because I had a cover today that I couldn't believe that Herb Tramp did the cover for. And let me see here. Which one was it? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Herb Trampy did the cover right here. This is Herb Trampy right there. That's what I was thinking. I was looking at that. I was going, who did this? Herb Tramp did issue number 75, West Coast Adventure. So if you're a Herb Trampy fan, you might want to get this book if you love his art. I mean, I love it. He's got so much going on there, it's not even funny. And it's cool. I mean, it's just, he probably started back here with these 2 characters here, which, oh gosh, I want to say that's not Angela, but oh man, I have her as a Marvel Legends figure to build the Hulkbuster. I can't think of her name. Dang it. I think it's Thundra. That's Thundra right there. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah. Anyways, Herb Trampy cover. Here's issue 74. You know, you got some of the big names there. Let's see here. Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl, Iron Man, Wonder Man, Wasp, Tiger, I believe. And it's a Morgan cover, or Morgan, and of course U.S. Agent. That's number 74. Here's number 67. Now he had a bunch more West Coast Avenger books, but I couldn't push myself to buy all of them today, but I grabbed the ones that were from my lowest end to my highest end, because I want to try to get the lower end numbers, caught up to a certain point. And his lowest book I want to say that he had there was this issue number 20. So I grabbed that one. That's a Milgram cover. This one, sorry. That's a Morgan cover. That's a Morgan cover. This is a Milgram cover in Sonat number 20. So I was really happy to find these later date books, because I'm trying to complete this run, but gosh, I still need a lot of books to complete this run. So I'm hoping to do that soon. Put this book back up there. As I'm finishing talking, I just wanted to show his website again. Hopefully that shows up from down there. And it looks like he also has a Instagram account, which is cool. It says follow us on our special Instagram at Dare to Dream Collecting. I'm sorry. Instagram is at Dare to Dream Collect. And on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Dare to Dream Collection. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's a great store, man. The guy's cool. I took his flyer and, of course, his business card, because I'm definitely going to be going back to his store. Probably in the next 2 weeks or so. See if he's got any new pops that I haven't been able to get. And also, definitely look through his books again, because I think he had at least 4 more boxes I wasn't able to go through, just because I was starting to get tired, and I didn't want to hold them up. But he's a great guy. Go check out his store. And like I just told you, websites that he has on Facebook and Instagram. He's just getting. I mean, he's been established for, I want to say, a couple of years now. I definitely want to say for a couple of years. And his comic book collection. He's trying to build that up. Trying to build a selection there for anybody to come in and look at, and buy. He's still building that up, but he's going to get there. And I just wish the best for him and his wife on this journey that they're doing. I think they're going to do a great job, because they're very nice, polite people, and they definitely have stuff in their store that I can definitely sink my teeth into. So with that being said, it's Tat Conk saying enjoy what you collect and have fun what you're collecting, and rock on.